Hey everyone, welcome to From PNMs to Sisters. I'm Sarah Parker, the Director of Recruitment Operations here at KSU. Today we're diving into something super relatable, what it's really like to go through sorority recruitment. I'm joined today by two incredible pie guys, Amanda and Jaylin, who not only support PNMs through the process, but were PNMs not too long ago themselves. Thank y'all for being here.
Of course.
No problem.
Okay, so let's start by throwing it back a little. What was it like for each of you when y'all went through recruitment?
Okay, I went through as a sophomore, so it was a little bit different actually. I was already like acclimatized to like campus and stuff. I knew where I was going. So I felt a little bit different because I was like, oh my God, I'm surrounded by a bunch of freshmen. But if you're a sophomore listening to this, I promise it is the same. You'll get the same experience. You'll talk to the same people. Like, don't be worried. But overall, I thought it was really fun. I had a great time.
For me, it's a little bit different actually. I rushed as a sophomore, as a freshman, sorry. But I'm first generation, so I had no idea what I was putting myself into. But me and my high school friends decided to go through recruitment together. And honestly, I don't regret it to this day. Rush was so much fun. Like if I could go back and do it all over again to just go through the process, meeting everybody, I would in a heartbeat. It was just such a fun experience to go through. Like it's something different and a good way to like get your college life like going and started.
I definitely agree. It's such a great way to get in touch with girls that you normally wouldn't. Like to this day I still talk to my Pi Chi group and my Pi Chis, so it's something like you'll cherish for your whole life. Um, what emotions did y'all experience during the week and how did you choose to manage them?
I definitely felt really stressed. I'm the type of person that doesn't like not knowing things. So I knew I would have to adapt to that in college, especially through recruitment and the unknown of like not knowing what chapters I would get back and just like kind of going with the flow was really like scary at first, but it turned out to be just fine. It turned out that I just found the place that was meant for me. And I kind of just like trusted the process. Yes, I was a little bit stressed in the mornings, but as soon as I would get my list back, I would talk and sit to my pie guys, and she would just calm me down and be like, whatever's meant to be is going to be. And then I would just have fun throughout the day, like talking to everybody and getting to know everybody.
Yeah, I can agree with that. At first, I was a little overwhelmed, especially like for example, I didn't think we would have door chants just because we didn't have houses. So imagine my surprise when my first group opens the door and they start screaming at me. So it was a little bit scary at first for me, but like the more I went through it, the calmer I got. Like Amanda said, I talked to my pi guys. They helped me throughout the entire process, and then I ended up where I wanted to be. So yeah, it can be overwhelming at first, but like it's a lot of fun, I promise.
Yeah, it is. And definitely rely on the back of your Pi Kais because they are there to watch you succeed and watch you run home. And there's like no better feeling as someone who rushed last year and I'm brand new to the recruitment scene. Like it's something that I cannot wait to do, especially helping to run recruitment this year. Now that you've come full circle into being a Pi Kai, what made you want to take on this role?
I loved my podcasts, like just seeing what they got to do and like seeing how they handled everything. I wanted to be that for someone else. And I low-key like the fact that they had to keep their affiliation a secret because I liked guessing who they were. I mean, I got mine all wrong, but it's fun. It's a fun game to play. So like I'm excited to do that with my PNMs. I'm gonna like see if I can throw them off, but I'm excited for that. But just being like a leader and helping them go through everything is something that I really wanted to do.
For me, it's like, well, funny enough, my one of my pi guys ended up being my G big um through the recruitment process, which I had no idea would even happen. Because I would have like never guessed that she ended up being in my sorority. But she graduated, so there's that. And then I've always been an older sister, like my entire life, oldest granddaughter, oldest sister. I love being a big. So I wanted to be there for these new girls coming into college because I know it can be so terrifying, especially if you're not from the area, if you don't know anybody coming into school. You just want to make friends, have that person to look up to, and just be there by your side through this whole process. And I wanted to do that for someone because my Pi Kais were always there for me. Even throughout the summer, they were always reaching out after bid day. They kept reaching out to us. So I want to do that to someone just like they did it to me.
Yeah, of course. That is exactly how most girls feel. And piggybacking off of the comments of affiliation, my biggest recommendation to PNMs is to please don't snoop too much. A part of being a Pi Chi is hiding the affiliations, and that's one of the biggest joys to be able to see your girls that you were a Pi Chi for run home and then being able to maybe run home to them. So please guess because that's a lot of fun, but don't snoop too hard and figure it out. And if you do know the affiliations, please don't spoil it for the rest of the crowd because at the end of the day, it's one big surprise and it's so fun to watch. One last thing, what advice would you give a PNM who is thinking about recruitment but is still on edge?
Just go for it. Like, sign up, go through it. You'll end up where you need to be. Like, I know it sounds kind of cliche, but it is true. So, like, honestly, like, just take the chance so you don't regret it. You might regret it later and be like, oh, I wish I went through recruitment, but I say just go for it.
I always go with the phrase just go for it, especially coming into college. I never used to be that type of person, but ever since coming to Kennesaw, building the friendships that I have and like my friend group now, a lot of it was built on chances and just taking the leap, trying new things. Everything that I've loved in college has come from that, and recruitment was one of those things because I had no idea what Greek life was. I didn't know if I was joining a club, like what I was doing for college, but it ended up being like one of the biggest joys. So just go for it, trust yourself. You're going to end up where you need to be. You tried it out. You can always say you tried it out if it's not for you, but it's for everybody. There's a place for everybody when it comes to Greek life.
Yeah, of course. As they were saying, just go for it, no matter if it's Greek life related or not. It's always important to keep open mind and just do what you're uncomfortable with because you never know where you'll end up. I want to thank you both so much for sharing your experiences and your hearts to all the PNMs out there. Know that you're not alone in this journey. Your podcasts have your backs and they've been where you are today. This is such an exciting chapter in your life. Trust the process, lean into the experience, and most importantly, enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in to From PNMs to Sisters, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.